Welcome to this edition of the Beacon of Light podcast, which is not really a podcast, actually. This is the edition of things where we're meeting the staff as my dog is making his rounds around my office. So as I told Kevin, right, when you go to most websites, right, of places and you meet the team, you see the little picture, right, with a little blurb. I thought, wouldn't it be kind of fun when they met the team that they actually got an opportunity to meet the team?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you got to do this. This got to be Mexican-y.
Mexican-y? How do I make it Mexican-y?
Well, you didn't even know what I was going to say, so you'll understand in a minute.
Okay.
Well, right now, actually. Even though I'm half Mexican, when I say your name, Alejandra, that's just about as white can be, even though I'm half Mexican. So, Mexican-y, how do I say Alejandra?
Alejandra.
Okay. See the difference? There was a difference, right? Okay. Obviously, you are from Mexico. As for, I am from Mexican descent. My grandfather, our great-grandfather, was from Mexico, my mom's side. You, in fact, are literally from Mexico, right? Born, raised, the whole shibuda, correct?
Yeah.
What part?
I was born in a city called Toluca, which is
Slowly, one more time.
Toluca.
Toluca.
Yeah, it's an hour south of Mexico City, but I was raised in a town called Tenancingo.
One more time, slowly.
Tenancingo. And that's in the same state of Mexico.
Wait, say it again. D what?
Tenancingo.
What she said. I'm not even going to try. Mexico City's scary, isn't it?
It's very, very
It's
busy.
huge. I don't know if it's still the per capita. I still don't know. It's still number one.
I just know it's one of the top.
It's big up there. And I remember, my mom used to. I don't know if I told you, my mom lived in Juarez. And one day, years ago, we got this harebrained idea. We're going to get in my truck and drive from Juarez to Mexico City. And it was fascinating, right? Because you go to all these little towns along the way. I remember Aguas Calientes. Every little town did their thing. Leather, clay, glass. It was kind of fun. It was like going to a swap meet all along the way.
Yeah.
Then when we got to Mexico City, I was like, because we were up on the top and you could see down, and even though it was city from as far as your eye could see till as far as your eye, and then it still went like it was a sea of buildings. Scary. If I was going to be a criminal, Mexico City would be the place to be. God, really, because you can hide anywhere. Right? It was scary for me. I didn't. Plus, I couldn't speak any Spanish, so
That's probably it.
yeah. Okay, so what do you do at Beacon Rica? I mean, look, I know what she does, but what do you do here? Oh, by the way, what did you start off doing here? So when I hired you, what did I hire you to do?
So I am a therapist. I was initially hired to be therapy.
What kind of therapist are you?
What do you mean, mental health?
Well, no. I mean, are you an LCSW?
Oh,
Are you
okay.
LMFT?
So I started off as a CSW.
What does that mean?
Certified social worker.
So what does a social worker primarily deal with? Mental health issues?
We believe in equality, justice, improvement of systems, in equality for all. So we're very much in the business of creating positive change for everybody. Some of us choose to go the clinical route, which is what I ended up doing. I am now a licensed clinical social worker.
Oh, you have the L.
Yes.
Wow,
And so
pardon me.
primarily I am now clinical.
So you're an LCSW.
Yes.
Licensed clinical social worker.
Yes.
That felt good to get that L, didn't it?
It did.
You worked hard for that.
Yes.
Look, honestly, I don't know how looking back, I don't know how I graduated from high school. No, I mean it, really. You, on the other hand, you went to high school in Mexico.
Nope. I went to high school here in Utah.
Okay.
Turns out I failed my first year of college, and I took a 10-year break because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I had a family, and eventually I decided it was time to go back to school. So I got my associates, my bachelor's at Weber State, and then my
Is that a real university? Just kidding.
It is. And then my master's degree from the University of Kentucky in social work.
I suppose you did that online, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you a therapist?
I believe in people.
What does that mean?
I want to be there. I want to be there for people in all of their episodes of life. I want to be there in their good times, in their bad times, in the scary times, in the dark times. Like, I want to be there, and I want to support them and encourage them and help them see that they deserve all the good things.
You know, I'm not a therapist. Once again, we don't know how Tony graduated from high school. But I don't think you need to necessarily have a master's degree like you have to be able to make observations and come to conclusions. Like, say, for instance, for me personally, and you might agree with me, I think you will as a therapist, some of the best opportunities that I have had to learn is when I'm going through things that I'm not necessarily enjoying. Right? Dang it, I don't like this. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I got through that. What did I learn? Right?
Yeah.
And that's what these people are doing when they come to you and us at Beacon Recovery. Don't you think? Going through probably what they think and I would think. And, you know, look, I've had some addiction issues. You have not, right? Correct?
Right.
Yeah. One of the only employees, there's very few of you that are working at Beacon Recovery that don't have any personal experience with addictions, which, by the way, was a bit of, I don't know, I'm not going to say a risk in hiring you, because these people tend to think, well, how can you be my therapist? You have no idea what this is like. I mean, you ever get that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because you're not a therapist here anymore. Well, you're a therapist, but you're a little bit more than that, right?
Yeah. So I continue to do therapy, but I am now the clinical director.
Well, pardon me.
Beacon.
What does that mean, clinical director?
I supervise a lot of the clinical parts of Beacon Recovery, such as the therapy, the modalities, the making sure that mental health is being taken accounted for.
So
we are doing our best in that.
You're kind of like the boss.
There's other people who are more of a boss. But yes,
Really? Who?
Maddie. And you.
I don't know. No, that's not necessary. I mean, there's other people that are more of a boss from a clinical perspective.
Yeah. It's a team effort.
Oh, and she's humble. Isn't that fun?
It's a team effort.
So you're not the clinical boss. What does director mean?
Just, I
Come
get
on,
to direct.
take it, do it. You're not in charge of all the clinical staff?
Yes.
All those therapists.
So I direct, everything that has to do mental health wise, making sure that we are prioritizing our clients' mental health.
Because it's your signature
Yes.
that gets stamped on every single note that a clinician does. And I think you're stamping the notes for case management and peer support too, right? Or no?
Yes.
So your time is spent a lot going over
Making sure
notes.
everybody is doing their job as best they can and providing support and encouragement and education for those who want to do their job. I wouldn't say better, but more client-centered.
What?
So I also provide education to peer support and case management about conflict resolution, positive communication skills, validating emotions, meeting clients where they're at, because our clients have big emotions, and sometimes our staff also has big emotions. So learning
Because
how
they're
to
carrying a
navigate.
lot of that stuff. It's really hard to hear that stuff day in and day out.
Right.
And not be able to shake it off at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because you're hearing some stuff, right? You therapists. I mean, you're hearing stuff that, let's just say, I have a therapist I've been seeing for the past year and a half. not for drug addiction, right? And I really think that everybody should be seeing a therapist. My therapist is seeing a therapist.
Yes.
Because for me, seeing a therapist, because I tell her, you know the drill. Mm-hmm. You can call me out on my, if I'm full of it, tell me. Mm-hmm. But it's a safe zone, and you share things with your therapist that you don't share with anybody else. Sometimes even your spouses, right? Because you have to. And as a therapist, I think it's, you know this as well as I do, it's your job to provide a safe place for them to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And that's why those notes are so crucial, right? Mm-hmm. Because we have to be a safe place, not just in a therapy office, but at Beacon Recovery in general. This has to be a safe haven.
Right.
But one of the things that we share, all of us here, and I've methodically hired people. I mean, Kevin was just in here, right? Mm-hmm. And we talked about the fact that I did not want to hire him.
Yeah.
And we talked about the fact that I did that without giving him the opportunity to talk, right? Then that was a mistake, if there's such a thing as a mistake on my part, because you didn't prejudge him because of the way he was dressed, which is what I did. And I don't remember what he was wearing. I think it was a T-shirt or something. I just thought, how dare you come into an interview? My ego, you don't come to an interview at my company.
Right.
And I remember seeing him in the hallway saying, I'm not hiring that guy. Mm-hmm. Right? Didn't say it to you. I said it to somebody. Get out of here. You're not showing me that kind of respect, or in this case, lack thereof. But you didn't do that. Mm-hmm. Right? And then I think even when you came to talk to me, I think I told you it didn't happen. And you're like, just, remember?
Yeah. It's like, I really like him. Please.
Because you didn't prejudge him. Mm-hmm. Which I think happens to the people that come to Beacon Recovery for treatment.
Oh, yeah.
They're judged by society. Agreed?
Oh, yeah. That's why we have to provide a very safe place for them, because they're used to being judged everywhere they go.
So instead of being judged, they're being loved.
They come to a place where they feel seen, they feel heard, and they feel understood, which are our priorities for them. We want to let them know that we see them, that they're not nobodies, that they have value, and that they have worth.
And it's kind of fun when we see that they see the love.
Oh, yeah.
It's, the light goes off and they're like, oh my gosh, I can love myself because you have been loving me since I've been here. And that's when I think, I don't know, that's when the magic happens. And you're seeing a lot more of that than I don't see a lot of it too much, because I'm not down there in the trenches like you guys are. Because I don't know if you know, Maddie's job is a job I used to hold.
Yeah.
But I don't see it as much. So you decided to be a therapist because you want to give.
Yes. Yeah. Fun fact, I actually decided I didn't know that it was therapy, but I wanted to be there for people who did not feel seen. So as an immigrant to the United States, that was something we faced. And by we, I mean my own family and myself, right?
What do you, I don't understand.
Being immigrants to the United States.
How old were you when you came?
I was 8 years old.
So did you have to do, oh, wait a minute, that's right. Just recently, last year in fact. She's a citizen now.
Yeah.
You took a test, you studied like diligently.
It took us.
I remember you were nervous about that.
It took us 28 years. It took me 28 years to get to the point of immigrating here and taking my citizenship. So I faced a lot of those prejudice, not having resources, not having a community, not having stable housing, not having all of these things that...
Well, wait. Some people just don't ever learn because you don't have stable housing right now, do you?
Oh, yeah, that's a whole... That one's a choice.
That's fun. Can I?
Yeah.
What do you?
I live in a schoolie.
Well, I don't know. What does that mean?
We bought a school bus.
Oh, well, you and the entire family.
Yeah.
How many people in the family? You got a husband?
Right. My husband and my 2 kids.
So we have 2.5, 3.5. We could 2 adults and 2 children living in a, what did you call it?
A schoolie.
A schoolie.
Yes.
For those of us that don't know what a schoolie is, I know what a schoolie is only because what is a schoolie?
It's a converted school bus. So we turned it into a tiny house. It's a self-sufficient tiny house, so we got everything in there. But it's temporary. It's for fun. Just while we...
and I saw the pictures. It's quite impressive. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
You still getting used to it? It's kind of fun, right?
Yeah. It is. I'm excited for it to be a memory, one that we hold very tightly. I'm excited to be like, remember that one time?
Yeah.
But it is fun. It's definitely forced us to.
Has the nostalgia? I mean, because at first you were kind of excited about it, right? Mm-hmm. Are you over that?
Some days. Some days you just need some elbow space, and you don't have very many spaces to get some elbow space.
So, I mean, if you're ever driving around, you see an old school bus parked on the side of the road,
it's
right?
not.
Little playpen out in the front, right? A makeshift, little dog running around.
Yeah.
Get out of the road. No. So you live in I guess an RV park or something? Is that?
With family. So it's not that bad. But it's just until we build our
because
house.
now you can go in and take a real shower if you want to.
Right. Yes.
Okay, because that has a shower, but it's not a shower.
Yeah. So we still have luxuries close to us.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely an experience, though.
Yeah. Well, will you end up selling that thing?
Eventually. I think for a while we'll do some road trips and take it camping and explore.
Because you guys did all the work yourselves, right?
Yeah. It took us a year to do it.
Yeah. I think it's way fun, right? So we've talked about why you're here in reference to being a therapist, but why Beacon?
Quite honestly, I didn't plan on being here.
What?
I didn't plan on working with substance
because you could be a therapist. Because from the perspective of a facility owner, right? It's really tough to get a good therapist or to get a therapist at all. I mean, we've been through some therapists since you've been here, and to get good ones, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Meaning, you can pretty much work anywhere you want as a therapist. But you started to say, no substance abuse, I'm just going to do mental health. Is that what I started to hear you say?
To be honest, when I went into it, I leaned very heavily on my higher power to take me wherever I needed to be. So I've never been like, this is where I'm going, or this is completely off limits, or anything like that. But substance use was not in the realm of possibilities for me.
Why? Because you don't have any experience personally.
I didn't have experience with it. So to me, it was an option, but it wasn't like my primary option, just because I had no understanding of it.
Yeah.
So I kind of just let my higher power take me to where I needed to be. And you don't know this, but after you interviewed me and you hired me on, I left and I was laughing because I knew this is where I was supposed to be. And in my mind, it was one of those like, God, why did you bring me here? This was not in the realm of things. Like, how am I going to help people here? How am I going to make a change here? I know nothing about it, but I knew that it was right. I knew that this is where I needed to be. So I trusted the process. I came and I gave it my best, and still with that thought in mind of what change am I going to do here? Because you're right. There are some clients who go, I've never trusted a therapist if they didn't have a substance use, because they don't understand, because they judge, because they don't get how hard this is. So
how could you understand what I'm going through if you haven't experienced it yourself?
Right. So I felt it too, though, of like, how am I going to help people here if I don't know this part of their life? But
and
really,
you agreed to work here.
I did.
And I agreed to hire you with no experience personal.
But I continue to be here because I see the change that people can make. I live for those moments of light, like you were talking about, where they recognize that they have value. They recognize that they have worth, that their dreams matter, that they can change, that they're worthy of friendships and relationships and good things. And
Self-love.
all of those things. So I continue to come. I continue to show up because as long as they continue to show up for themselves, I'm here for the ride.
Yeah, for me, as a young child, I was taught, and these people are the exact same way. From a very young age, we are taught what I refer to as limiting beliefs. Things that we're taught that we don't even know we're being taught that literally are limiting our progress.
Yeah.
And squelching out and suppressing our light. And that's what we teach here is there is no limit. And it's oftentimes, as a therapist, I know you know this, very difficult to break down those walls.
Oh, yeah.
And some people, it's incredibly difficult to break down those walls. But they're worth it.
Yeah.
Right?
And as long as they're willing to work on it, I'm willing to show up. And just try every single day.
So, I don't know. Usually this is as we, near towards the end of the podcast, which is where we're, coming to now, because a lot of the podcasts these things, whether it's this, meet the staff, I always like to say, okay, when did you start your drug addiction career? Kevin, I think he said it was at 9. Devon, 8 or 9, right? Can't do that with you. But and then at the end, I encourage them or ask them, okay, look into your camera. By the way, there's a camera right there for you. You know that, right? Okay, yeah. Look into the camera and tell people from your perspective that's sitting there wondering, can I do this? And they can say that based on their experiences with their own addictions. You can't do that, but you can still look into the camera if you don't want to, because it's kind of hard to do. It's like that little beady eye looking at, and see, I don't think my camera's looking at me. It's like off to the side. It feels weird.
Yeah.
But that person's sitting there wondering, A, can I do this? Why should I do this? B, right? Is it even possible? What do you say to that person?
It's absolutely possible. There is no limit to the things that they can achieve. It's a matter of believing it in their heart that they do have worth and that they matter. And it's always a good time to start. I think that is one of my favorite things, is that we have people who come and, they're young adults, and we have people who come in their later, 50s, 60s, and they go, it took me this long to find work.
Yeah.
It's never too late, as long as they're willing to give it a shot. And we're always here. We're here for them for whenever they feel ready. We're here.
So now we're going to do something kind of fun.
Okay.
You have no idea what I'm going to say right now.
No, and that always scares me.
And it's
That always makes me nervous.
You're kind of a little bit nervous, right? I like this part because your energy just shifted, right? Because like, what's he going to say? No, but you'll like this, I think. What I want you to do in Spanish first, right? Because, I don't know, there might be somebody that only speaks Spanish is looking at you thinking, why isn't she talking in Spanish, right? But in Spanish first, and then follow up what you said in Spanish and English, just briefly. Who is Alejandra and why is she at Beacon Recovery? Spanish first, then English. And I know we kind of already touched on this, but you're just going to give a quick spiel of, in Spanish, who is Alejandra and why is she at Beacon Recovery?
Mi nombre es Alejandra. Nací en México. Toda mi familia está aquí. Tengo 2 hijos. Estoy tratando de pensar quién soy yo. Pero sí, tengo una pasión por ayudar a la gente, por Recordarles de que importan, de que tienen valor y de que nunca es muy tarde para crear un cambio. Trabajo en Beacon porque amo a las personas que están aquí. Tengo una pasión por ayudarles y me encanta ver su crecimiento. Now in English.
Wait, wasn't that pretty? Isn't the Spanish language, isn't it just, I don't know, it seems, I don't know, it's just a real pretty language.
Yeah.
I didn't understand one, well, I understood you said Beacon.
Yes.
Other than that, not much. Okay, now in English.
It was difficult for me to think about who I am. I feel like I got spotlighted there, but my name's Alejandra. I'm a therapist. I am a mother. I am from Mexico, but my immediate family lives here in Utah. I have 2 beautiful children, and I have a passion for helping people. The reason I work at Beacon is because I believe in change. I believe that people have worth and value, and I live for the days where I get to see those changes in them.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
She's very busy, so thank you for taking time out of your day. But I think it's important that if somebody's going to go to the website, when they meet the staff, they just don't see a blurb. I mean, even though you probably wrote yours, if it's even up, I don't even know, but it's different than to actually, because next to that blurb, we're going to put these little videos, and they're going to be able to click on you, and they're going to watch what we just did.
Can't wait.
I don't want to, I got to do one for me too, and I don't want to.
Yeah, it's always fun to talk about others.
I know,
to talk about yourself.
I know, I don't want to do it. Okay.